Alright, what's up everybody? It's Cosmic Cam in here. So I got a new video for you guys. So I want to get into like a lot of lore and speculation and theories for you guys for a couple of different series out there. I thought that, the first video that we could do is going over Final Fantasy 7 Remake and the future titles. So this is like a little fun theory of mine, It could be wrong, it could be a little bit of it can be right, but a little fun theory I put together. So in Final Fantasy 7 Remake, the future installments, will Cloud have to die or sacrifice himself? And we know as the story progresses going on to Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2, I can't help but think of the possibilities of having like even more twists and turns from the original storyline. And when it comes to Cloud, we know that Sephiroth is even stronger and knows more about the events of the original game. And we know that Sephiroth plays a lot with Cloud's head in the new game, a lot more than he did in the original, giving him even more visions, even more pain when it comes to either past events or events to come, or maybe not events to come anymore, like Aerith's death. Maybe since Sephiroth knows about that and how that was his downfall, he'll change that. And I'll get to how Sephiroth knows so much about the future of the original game. So we know in the beginning of the game, Cloud, he sees a lot of Sephiroth and he doesn't think he's alive. He thinks that's a figment of his own imagination, which to some degree, through the live stream itself, technically Sephiroth isn't there, like physically, but he's living through Cloud's memories. And that's this connection with Cloud that keeps Sephiroth alive and keeps him going, So with Sephiroth's plan to take away Cloud's memories, especially in the future titles, like memories of Zack or memories of events that haven't happened yet, but that happened in the original, I feel like the reason why Sephiroth would try to mess so much with time itself and with Cloud's memories is because Cloud's memories itself, from his birth to his death, or to even from his birth to when they beat him, when they beat Sephiroth in the original, it all culminates to Sephiroth's defeat. So I think with the future installments of Final Fantasy 7 Remake, the future titles, I think we'll see a lot of Cloud losing his memories and either getting him placed with something new, or Sephiroth is completely taking away a lot of his past memories and changing up the future of what's going to be coming in the future games. Like maybe, like we've seen in this game, we see how Cloud sheds a tear whenever he thinks of Aerith and her death, but that hasn't happened yet. So maybe in the future titles, Sephiroth knows that killing Aerith was one of his downfalls of how he's defeated. Maybe they change that up and Sephiroth completely wipes that from his mind and the timeline, and they do some other twists, something like that, because pretty much throughout the entire game for the first remake, we've seen that Sephiroth likes to control every single event that every single character is going through. And when you play through the remake, you can see the Whisperers are trying to keep destiny the same, keep fate the same, so that Cloud's adventure ends up being like the original game. But we've seen from beating the game, spoilers ahead, that when Cloud and Aerith and Sephiroth finally talk at the pretty much near the end of Midgar, they talk about how all the events that have played out so far, what's about to happen is completely new. And we even see that going even further when Sephiroth fights Cloud. Sephiroth even tells Cloud that the events to come have not happened yet. So it means that whatever timeline that we're headed into is completely different from the original, of course. But also, like, the fate and destiny itself has been changed. And that's something that those Whisperers, those hooded creatures, have been trying to help Cloud and Sephiroth not do that, because it changes destiny and fate itself. Which means that whoever does that, like Genova's plan was to do something like that to destroy the universe, or sorry, to destroy the planet. So now that Sephiroth not only has his own free will, and he has control of the future events that are to come, he now has control over destiny and fate itself over all these characters. And that's through his connection with Cloud, through his memories, because the thing that keeps Sephiroth alive isn't Genova. Well, it has something to do with Genova and the live stream itself, but it's mostly through Cloud and his strong connection with Sephiroth, that's what's able to keep him alive. And as you can see throughout the original remake, through the remake, we see that Sephiroth is living on through Cloud's memories and is becoming increasingly stronger the more that Cloud thinks about Sephiroth and thinks about the things that he's done to him in the past. And not only that, we see Cloud get headaches of the future, which is the future of the original games, which Sephiroth is also feeding that he can become more complete. And I think with the future installments of the game, we'll see Sephiroth become more complete, and we'll see Cloud become more incomplete, because Cloud is losing memories. I think that when you saw Zack and Cloud walk away from Cloud and Aerith at the end of this game, Zack walking away from Cloud and Aerith was a way of saying that, like, these two characters specifically are going to lose their connection with Zack. And I think that's very, very, very strong evidence towards the fact that like Cloud and Aerith are definitely going to start losing their memories of important events that happened in the original, even if they haven't lived it yet. Because when it comes to the creation of the planet through the live stream and memories, it's all in the past, present, and future all at the same time. So even though Cloud hasn't lived out future events, he can still have visions of those that he would live out, you know? But with Sephiroth changing time, destiny, and fate, we don't know how that's going to play into the future games, because they're not going to play, it's not going to be like the original games anymore. I think some things will be the same, some things will be different. But when it comes to our characters, the story direction, it's a whole different ballgame, because now Sephiroth not only knows about the original events of the game, he even sucks up the meteor that destroys the planet, which is pretty much showing that he's not only following his own will, but he's not even listening to Genova's will for himself. So he's in complete control of the future installments. And I think with Cloud, getting back to the part where Cloud could die, it's an interesting thing, because I feel like Cloud's sacrifice, if he were to sacrifice himself, I feel like he'd obviously come back, of course, but I think it'd be a big moment, because I feel like he'd have to sacrifice himself because of his memories that he's already starting to lose. And on top of that, the thing that keeps him alive that's so strong is his bond with Sephiroth, you know? The same thing that kept Aerith and Zack alive, which I'll get into a future video. The reason why in Advent Children, Cloud was able to talk to Zack and Aerith, was, even though they've already passed, it's because of his connection. And even Tetsuya Nomura said it's through a spiritual connection through the live stream that, like, inside Cloud's mind and his consciousness, Aerith, Sephiroth, and Zack still abide in that. So when you watch Advent Children, you see Zack talk to Cloud, you see Aerith talk to Cloud. It's 100% happening, and it's all through their connection with Cloud. So I feel like when it comes to Cloud's sacrifice in the future installments, if it does end up happening, which it kind of leads there, but I can also see it not happening, but it would be cool if, like, he sacrifices his memories and his, like, physical body into the live stream, or something happens where he's got to fight Sephiroth, and he's got to sever that connection with Sephiroth, which is making him increasingly stronger. And I think that'd be pretty interesting to see how, like, the story kind of plays out if it were to be that, you know, Cloud's got to lay his life down, because either he's becoming more and more just detached and more just crazy and whatnot, and becoming more like Sephiroth, or if he's just simply just losing his connection with the people that he loves most. So what he has to do is sacrifice his own memories. And kind of what, like, you know, with Aerith's death, she became one with the live stream, so it'd be interesting to see, like, if the characters have to save Cloud through his memories, you know, just like in the original. That'd be pretty interesting too. Do like a little twist on that, you know. So yeah, that's what I had. Just a little theory. I know it's all in depth, so I'll talk about in future videos how Sephiroth knows about the past of the original game. I'll talk about why memories are very important, because you guys hear me bring it up a lot. But memories are the fabric of what makes the planet and what makes humans in the Final Fantasy VII universe, and their ties together. So we'll get into a lot of that. But yeah, so will Cloud die? I honestly don't know, but I do think it'd be cool if in some way he has to sacrifice himself and the characters have to dive into his memories like they did in the past game, when Tifa helped out Cloud, and they gotta sever these connections with Sephiroth that makes him a strong character, because right now Sephiroth is pretty much unbeatable. He pretty much controls time, fate, and destiny itself. And not only that, he's not even following Genova's will. And I'll get into a video in the future on my theory as to why Sephiroth has finally decided to take his own path instead of following the path of the original game. Let me know what you guys think. A little fun video for you guys, a little theory. I know it's a lot of stuff I impacted, you know, a lot of impact in this, a lot of things to pack on, but let me know what you guys think of the video. Do you guys think Cloud will die in the future games to some degree but still come back? Or do you guys think that when it comes to Cloud's character and his memories with Sephiroth, that there's a way that they can still defeat Sephiroth, but in a whole new, entirely new way we've never seen before, unlike the original games? So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. It helps get my video out there. I appreciate it, and I've seen y'all's love and support that you guys have been giving me on my old videos, and especially my new ones as well. So I know the channel has been doing extremely good, and it's all thanks to you guys. So thank you guys. I got a lot of content in terms of Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, even God of War. So we got a lot of cool videos, you know, a lot of theories, a lot of lore, some speculation. So yeah, just like, subscribe, follow, hit that bell, and thank you guys for the support, and hopefully you guys are doing well, and I will see you guys soon.